What's up YouTube? Today I'll be showing you how you can downgrade your device to iOS 6. See, this is an iPhone. These are both tutorials for the iPhone 4S. Here's one running iOS 9. Let me turn down the brightness here, it's a little bright. And here's one running iOS 6. As you can see, I've done this for this one. And I'll quickly show you how you can tell an iPhone 5S from 4. So here we have a 4S and a 4. Telling the difference between the 4 and the 4S is a lot simpler because you can just look. If it doesn't have these symbols right here, it is a 4. But if it does, it is a 4S device. So you're going to need a Windows laptop. On your Windows computer, you're going to need to install a couple of files. You're going to need these tweak files right here that I have on my computer. These. And you're also going to need 3U tools, and you also need a specific version of it that I will also link. I'll do 2 different links in the description because I know once tutorials get old, sometimes the links die. So I'll find them. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to run this 3U tools that I downloaded. And you're going to go through the installer. This is the most updated version for this jailbreak. It should be at least. So I'm going to plug in my iOS 9 device. You don't need to plug it into the computer yet, but I'm just going to do it so that I don't have to do things later. I'm going to do trust, and that's all we're going to do. So 3U Tools is going to recognize it. And keep in mind you are on V2 2.56. That's the version you want. And as we can see, make sure your Apple ID is off for this. You don't want it locked. And also, if you have a phone that you don't know that Find My iPhone, if it's on and you don't know the password, this will turn it into an iCloud locked phone. So just don't do that. So basically the first step in this tutorial is you want to go on the Safari and you want to type in jailbreaks.apps. You already have it in here. /legacy.html. That's what we want to type in. Okay, now once you're on this website, you're going to do the Phoenix 9.35 and 9.36 because it's the newest version. I'm going to do install. And it might not work in the first try. Just going to do it again. And you should have the app appear on your home screen, or it should start at least installing. Yeah, there it is. It's right there. So I'll just wait for that to install. Okay, so it's installed and it's not going to work right now. So we're going to have to go into settings and allow the developer. Device management, you're going to want to hit trust right here and hit trust. My thumb's like blocking the screen. But yeah, that's all you do. And we should be able to go into it now. There we go. Don't hit the mixtape. Just hit prepare for jailbreak. Accept. Dismiss. Proceed with jailbreak. It's a small button at the bottom. And we're going to install Cydia. And for the jailbreak, I used the provided offsets. It's worked in the other phones. Okay. So this is going to go, and it should restart when it's done. And Cydia will be installed, but I'll just keep the video going. Also, make sure you have an iCloud account because you're going to need it. Well, you might not need it. If you can get the files on the phone somehow, you don't need it, but for what I did, it's easiest if you have an iCloud account or some sort of email so you can mail it from yourself, because I just mailed it from my Gmail to my iCloud. Okay, so it should be jailbroken now, so we might... But once you downgrade to iOS 6, this version of iOS 6 is not jailbroken. Or well, okay, apparently don't. Maybe Cydia is just slow. And open up Cydia. Okay, there we go. It's gonna work now. So, in Cydia, it's basically gonna ask you to install sources. Just install the recommended. Okay, so I've waited a bit, and Cydia now shows this changes tab right here with all this right here. And that basically means that we can now install the app that we need to install, which is called Filza File Manager. And I did have to wait like a solid 10-15 minutes for that to install, so it did take a while, or maybe my internet's bad, but you may have to wait a bit. And I'm going to install this now. I'm just going to do essential because that's what I've done for the past couple of times. I'm going to hit confirm. It is running this, just downloading. Okay, so it should be finishing up soon. Dang, it's slow. Okay, so it's been installed and it's gonna kick me out of Cydia. I'm not entirely sure why. Check if it still works. Yeah, it works. So we have Filza now, and we're going to need to get some files. So the files that I have in the download description, I used my Gmail account to send them to my iCloud account. So I'm going to sign into the iCloud right here. Or I'm not sure if I need iCloud, maybe just mail. I'm going to... Okay, so I've signed into my iCloud account for the mail, and I've opened up the email that I sent myself, and these are the 4 files that you need. These 3 files are fixes, and this is the app file, so this is the one that we're going to reinstall. So the first step with all these is we're just going to click on them and click copy to FileZilla. And once they're in FileZilla, right here, we're going to click on it and hit install. And once you hear, see that bash 4.0, it's good to go. We're going to hit action in the top right corner and hit UI cache. And this will take a while, and we're going to have to do it for all the apps. So, yeah, just have to wait a bit. Okay, now it's done. We have don't have the wheel ring. Hit done. I'll hit back to mail, and I'm gonna install the second file. Copy to Filza or Filza, I don't know what it is. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Hit install. It's done. You have bash 4.0 action UI cache. Okay, now we're done. I'm gonna hit done, back to mail. I'm gonna install the third file. Copy to Filza. And the third file is this yellow one right here. Hit install. I clicked too quickly, but it's done. Bash 4.0. Hit UI cache. We're gonna wait. It takes a while. Okay, it's done. And we're gonna go to the last file, which is the biggest one. And this is one that has the app. It's the org.thmstar. You can install these in whatever order, but I'd install this one last because we're going to do something else with it. Then we're going to hit install as we did with all the other apps. And it's going to fail at first with all these errors and hit bash 4.0, but we're going to UI cache it anyways. Okay, we're done. And I'm just gonna hit the home screen real quick to show that KDFU app. This phone is very slow. It needs a downgrade. I can't even hit the home button and go home. There we go. And this is the KDFU app. It's not gonna work right now. That's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're going to Cydia this time. And we're gonna hit the fourth button right here, installed. And we're gonna go to KDFU app and we're going to uninstall it or remove. Confirm. Okay, so we're done. Return to Cydia, and we're going to go back, reinstall this one by hitting it right here, hitting install. And this time it will work, but it's not done. So don't hit action yet. Wait till you see that bash something in the bottom left corner. It's getting quite tiring. Hold my phone up. Okay, now it's done. We're gonna hit action. Hit UI cache again. It's also going to take a while. Okay, it's done. And now, once I go to the home screen, I'm going to have this KDFU up and it should work this time. Okay, now that the app works, we're going to go onto the computer. So the 3 files that I linked, you're gonna wanna install the 3U Tools version something. And once you get past the installer screen, you will get into 3U Tools. So you want to have it open. And I do have iTunes, the latest version on my computer. I'm not sure if you do need it, but I would install it just to be safe. And once you have this app open and it's plugged into the computer. So I switched to a cable I know that works, and we're going to close out all of this. And it's connected in DFU mode, and we're going to go flash in jailbreak. Select a local firmware and then import. And you want to go to your file that you downloaded. It's this one right here that you downloaded. You're gonna hit OK. Once that's ready, you can hit the flash button. Flash, and it will start the process. So if these iTunes pop up, it's fine. You can just close out of them. Don't hit restore any of these buttons, just close out of them simply. And this will just start doing its thing. And it's a good design if you see this old Apple logo right here, because it's doing the older version of the OS. And yeah, as I said, I switched over to that aftermarket cable and it didn't work. So this is a real genuine cable and it did work. So right here, it's at 19%. If it gets stuck here, I just try it again, but it looks like it's working because I see the old Apple logo and I do see this. So now I'm simply just gonna wait for it to finish. So this will just be done and you'll have a new phone. So this just takes a while, as it says 15 minutes. And the iPhone should just look like this. Make sure you don't unplug. That's another one of the things. Be very unfortunate, but now I'm just gonna wait till it gets past 20%. So it doesn't. Okay, so it passed 20%, which means that it's going to keep on going from here and it's going to finish as this bar started to go. So we're past the point where it fails sometimes. And it failed on me once on one of the phones and I just did it again and it worked. But now we just wait till it finishes and I'll start from there. It should start booting. Okay. And as you can see, we are in iOS 6. Oh, shoot. And we are in iOS 6. So it was an iOS 9 device in the beginning of the video. So it looked like this, but now it looks like that. Okay, that's the end of the video. I might also make a jailbreak video for these devices because I do have a handful of them that I've put onto the older iOS version. I just changed the wallpaper, it's not a different version. And I'll be done. This is the end of the video.